Hi guys, how's it going? Caitlin here and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. Pardon my voice. It's a little off, but that's okay. We'll make it through. This week on our menu we have a Thai chicken stir fry salad, we got egg Foo Young casserole, and chicken with a maple mustard glaze. So if that sounds good to you, make sure that you have your prep list, all of your groceries, everything right here. If you don't have any of those yet, check the description in this video. You'll find a link there where you can find everything you need to make this week's meal plan super easy. There are three varying levels of prep depending on your level of motivation, possibly your time constraints. However, if you do want to get the time to table results you see in the meal plan, you're gonna want to go all the way with me to level 3, okay? And speaking of level 3, that's where we're gonna start, because you know what? Level 3 is kind of stuff that does itself while we're doing other things, and that's how we gain back time, okay? So I'm going to brown my ground pork for the egg Foo Young casserole is my mission, so just, turning that on. You could also make some rice right now if you'd like to. The Thai chicken stir fry salad, if you got people in your house that are really don't like greens, won't eat greens, you can put it over salad instead if you want, or can put it over rice instead. So if you want to do that, or if you just want to have some rice available for the week, go ahead and do that now. It could also work as a side dish for the maple mustard chicken as well. So I'm gonna just, while that is heating up, I'm just gonna start on some stuff on level 1 because my first thing is super easy. I'm slicing a cucumber. I mean, that's not gonna take much time. A couple things you always want to make sure you have: nice cutting board, trusty cutting knife, Meal Prep Bosses 101. Seriously though, like if you are new to meal planning, if you're new to meal prepping, prep is like the magic secret sauce that so many people are missing with their meal plan. Because for a meal plan, you decide, okay, I'm gonna have this, and this this week. It sounds so good, and then life hits, and you're like, who wrote this meal plan? I don't feel like making that at, supper time. Like it's a lot of work. But if you have your stuff prepped in advance, you can take advantage of a time where you're feeling a little more productive or capable. And then you have your stuff prepped for later. So there's some cucumber slice. Getting off the list already. What are you doing, Pan? Guess I should probably throw a little oil in there. There. It's still not hot. So on to my next thing, broccoli. So I'm gonna floret some broccoli, completely optional, but this is a way of, I'm actually saving a little bit of money with this one. I'll explain it to you as we go. So, the Thai salad, Thai stir fry salad, has broccoli slaw. So, you can just buy broccoli slaw. Totally can. There's no shame in the broccoli slaw buying game. However, broccoli slaw is really cheap and easy to make on your own. So I'm gonna have broccoli as a side dish, okay? And then I'm gonna save the stems to help make broccoli slaw. Because this is what companies are doing, I'm sure. When you are buying, your frozen broccoli florets or whatever, and then you're buying broccoli slaw, they're making money off of both of the parts of broccoli. So if you have been throwing these away, you're not alone, but really just don't do it, okay? I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make broccoli slaw because it's ridiculously easy. So I want to take off any of the extra superfluous stem stuff on there. And also, I want to get that thick, woody part off the bottom. Okay? Because thick and woody is not a texture that one generally seeks in a slaw, right? Okay. So now I'm going to peel the broccoli. I'm also going to peel the carrot because you can't have a slaw without carrot, can you? It's just sacrilege. So your broccoli stems, even if you're not making a broccoli slaw with them, when you process them like this and you're getting down to like the nitty gritty of it, this part of broccoli has so many nutrients in it. If you're not using it, you're missing out. Another way that you can use it, just as an old faithful, if you're doing any slow cooker meal whatsoever, if you're doing pastas, if you're doing anything with ground meat, take this, put it in a food processor, okay? Put it in a food processor, and it is going to be completely hidden in whatever it is that you're making. It doesn't have that same telltale green color that broccoli does, but it has all the same nutrients that broccoli does, okay? Because you think of it, it's that stem that's bringing nutrients to the florets, right? Ugh. Raw meat, not my favorite thing to handle, but okay, so now we take our carrot and our broccoli stems that have been processed, and you can use like a cheese grater if you want, and just grate it up. Maybe you have a food processor that has a grater attachment on it, or maybe you have a mandolin and you can use a mandolin. This is the only mandolin in the world that I ever recommend to anybody because I'm klutzy. I know other people are klutzy. I know other people hurt themselves with mandolins. This is a mandolin that you will never, ever, ever hurt yourself with. So it works like a vegetable guillotine, so you never have your hand going towards food. It's just something that doesn't, that you're not going to do. So let's throw those in there. Awesome. So there we go. So I just saved, you know, probably like $5 on a bag of broccoli slaw, and that's all I need. Like, great way to save money, reduce your waste, get nutrients from something you might not otherwise be getting the nutrients from, because I don't know about you, but I went years and years and years without using a broccoli stem. I just cut the broccoli off and I threw out the stems, and I'm like, man, I wasted. It's like I never even thought about it at the time, but man, I was wasteful. So, if you've been missing out on that gold, miss out on it no more. throw a little salt on there because, well, honestly, I throw salt on everything. There's salt people, there's pepper people, I'm definitely a salt people. Okay, gonna slice up a pepper. So this is for your salad too, so I'm actually gonna cut those peppers in half just because I like that better for my salad. But you obviously do whatever works for you. A little ugly piece of my pepper, that's okay. I won't judge you, ugly pepper. I got some ugly parts in me too. So I'm leaving some alone for my kids because my kids aren't going to do salad, but I might be able to convince them to eat a piece of pepper or two. Okay, I'm gonna get the veggies started for the egg Foo Young casserole. So the egg Foo Young casserole, it tastes like, you know, you're getting all the flavors of Chinese takeout, except it's got a lot of veggies in it, and it's the veggies that are gonna give, like umami type of flavor to it and everything. So crazy the flavors that you can create just by mixing vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to chop these all up really, really, really small though, because I want to hide them from children. So the more you like to hide things from children, the smaller you're going to want to chop. Such a little clove girl, like, it is so hard to peel. Like, why are you defeating me? There you go. There you go. Sometimes if you just kind of, you know, smush it, the peel will come off easier. So if you get a frustrating one, just try crushing it. See what happens. If nothing else, it'll make you feel better. process like nothing's business. All right, next round of veggies. See, each one of these veggies is going to add a lot of flavor, okay? But say the mushroom, no, all of them are just adding their own bits to it, really. So I was gonna say the celery and the mushroom are kind of the most important for like umami type of flavor, but honestly, you need that onion, you need that garlic too, so they're all working together. Perfect. You don't have to throw that all together, but I figure it's kind of like, well, you know what, you might as well. So I'm going to throw some coconut aminos in there as well, and then my base layer. My base layer is done. So if you want to, you can either put this into a small container, or you can take it and put it into a casserole dish after. I don't know what got me there, but something did. Okay, onion, I think the onion defeated me. Okay, the last thing I need to do, or the last thing we need to do for step one is peeling and grating some ginger root. I don't think I got quite enough here. Oh well. So I do like peeling my ginger root beforehand. I don't know if you have to or if you don't have to be perfectly honest. You should look it up, but save that for another day. Because I doubt they're peeling the ginger when they're doing like, you know, dried ginger and stuff like that. Now I'm curious. Okay. So you can use a little zester, a little mini grater. I have this little thing that I love for ginger. It's called a cup zester. I like it because it goes in any direction so your ginger doesn't get all hairy. Cool. I'm happy. Awesome. If that's all the gumption you have in you, you are done level 1 and maybe part of level 3 too. However, if you still got gas in the tank, let's go. Let's go on to level 2, shall we? First thing I'm going to do is put together poppy seed dressing. This is optional if you're not allergic to life, and you can just, you know, get yourself some poppy seed dressing. That is awesome. But if you prefer to make your own, you can also do that. That's fine. It's not very hard to make. So I do have a recipe included right here. So this one is entirely optional. I don't know, I like making my own dressings. I find it quite nice. I like being able to control what goes into my food, the quality of the ingredients in my food, all of that just speaks to my soul. I know it's not for everybody. Honestly, it didn't used to be for me, but you don't have to have fresh squeezed lemon juice unless you want to. Makes me feel like, kind of like, I don't know, bougie whenever I'm using, say, fresh citrus or using fresh herbs. Makes me feel like super bougie, and I like it. So one thing that I have had issues finding for some reason, gluten-free, is often poppy seeds. Of all things, poppy seeds. So if you cannot find gluten-free poppy seeds, because many brands have a may contain, no name brand does not, thank goodness, but many do. If you can't find poppy seeds, just mix everything else together and don't worry about the poppy seeds, and it's still gonna be fine. Like, it's still gonna be delicious. It's still gonna work just fine. So if you can't find it, do not have a heart attack. Do not risk it may contain. Whatever you do not want you getting gluten down my watch. There we go. Dressing's ready. Awesome. So, gonna get so we have poppy seed dressing. We need to get the dressing also ready for our Thai chicken stir fry salad. So this is just prep for it. So if you already have poppy seed dressing, awesome, and you can move along from there. Oh my goodness, I'm like looking at myself, I'm like, I'm going to make a mess doing this. Am I going to stop myself doing it? No, but I'm going to make a mess. Ooh, that was not too shabby. I'll take that. So it's taking a dressing that you already have, this recipe, and it's just giving it a little bedazzle, let's say. So we're throwing some ginger root in there and some garlic just to give it a little Thai kick. Awesome. And then if you happen to need more more dressing for salads or anything this week, you've got it. You got it lined up already. Aren't you a superstar? Now I gotta remember which one is which. Never hurts to have some tape if you want to have like some masking tapes that you can mark things off and keep track of what is for what. Okay, gonna get the gravy ready for the egg Foo Young. The one thing that I'm not putting in this is the starch. I'm not putting a starch in it. I do just find that for some reason it works better if I don't put the starch in it in advance. That could just be in my head. I haven't double checked with anybody, but So I do use a powdered broth. It's a single ingredient bone broth. And if you're using a bone broth versus kind of a cheaper broth, you will notice a huge difference in not just the ingredients or lack thereof in this, but also in the nutrients, because there's so many nutrients that you do get in bone broth, but you don't necessarily get it in cheaper broths. So you can buy bone broth that is like already like liquid, but you do pay a little more for it. So I like getting just the powdered broth and mixing it up. Now the powdered broth, there you might notice that it doesn't have as much salt as you would normally have in broth, and I like salt, so I add some more to it. That's kind of nice because then you can do your own thing with it, right? So if you don't want a lot of salt, you're not going to have it. If you want more salt, you can add more. There. So now that is going to be all ready to go. All you got to do is put some tapioca starch in a day of. Okay, let's go, shall we? Now, if you want to, you can chop up some peanuts at this time. I did buy the peanuts that are already chopped. I don't always do it, but sometimes I do. So I bought the peanuts that are already chopped, so I don't have to do that one. Very last thing that we're gonna do is the last thing in level 3. So level 3 is stuff that does itself while you're doing other things, and also stuff that's just gonna leave your cutting board so nasty that you're not gonna wanna use it after. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do is the nasty part. It is, we're doing the nasty. We're gonna be cubing up 3 chicken breasts. So, very last thing. Almost there. So close. So close. Once again, this is just one of those things. It's not like it's anything big. But you know what I do not feel like doing just before supper? Anything. I don't want to make food. I don't want to have to figure out what I'm making or prep for anything, but like when it comes right down to it, I don't want to make food. I want to eat. I just don't want to make it. I don't think I'm alone in this feeling. I feel like this is pretty common. I know some people love cooking, like, but even people that love cooking, do you love cooking every night? Sometimes it's just, like sometimes there's a different feel. Me and my husband, we used to, and we'd love to do this again, I'm sure. We used to do a date night where on the weekend we would try one new recipe, and it would be like, we'd kind of try a recipe, like something that looked really good, you know, something that had a wow factor. And we'd also try a new bottle of wine, we'd never had, and a recipe we'd never tried. I can let my dog in. What's that? Where did he go? He's a pretty girl. Now, that cooking felt different than the daily grind cooking. The daily grind cooking is, you know, not fun. When we turned it into a date night, it was really fun, but if we turn that into a date night every night, it's just not going to be a date night every night. It really isn't. And there we go. Chicken is cubed. Okay, guys, we did it. We did it. We did it. Plus we did extras. We did it all. And this week, honestly, I really want you to lean into that feeling when you feel so good, because you don't have to wonder what's for dinner. You go to your fridge, you get all these ingredients prepared. It's like you just made a HelloFresh kit or, you know, a meal kit, and you did it yourself, right? Lean into that feeling. What you did right now, this is self-care. This is self-care, and I really hope that the less stress just filters through the rest of your week. And I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a delicious week, and I hope to see you next week too. Bye-bye.